guys, I'm Bulma, and this is my half-empty juice box, Pip.
Now I'm empty.
I was not expecting. I thought I was ready. But welcome back to South Park, everybody.
Hey guys.
We're gonna go explore Token's house and I guess beat up his dad.
Yeah, because, you know, he's a shady African American, said the police officer.
He said he's the kingpin.
Yeah. We don't agree.
It's a very lovely home.
Yeah, we don't agree with that interpretation by the police officer there.
Remember Trapper Keepers? I remember those.
Oh, I remember.
I had one. I had a couple. I think I had a Lisa Frank one. I don't know if they're still doing Lisa Frank, but if any of you were old enough to remember that, rainbow-colored tigers everywhere. It actually was what inspired my first email address when I was 9 years old. I had this a little felt. Also, you could color it, a little notebook, and it had a little genie girl on it. I don't know, it was Lisa Frank.
Alright.
And so I made my email Genie Girls Rule with a Z. Of course, you know, it was like 2004.
I'm not telling you guys my email address.
Oh, I don't even use that one anymore. Like, I don't even know.
Well, see, my first one is the one that I still use. So, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I've only used that on game websites. Like, I used to go on this little Trolls. Not like the new Trolls movie that's out now. This is like some back in the day Trolls. Not the little spiky haired dolls either.
Not the troll dolls.
It was some weird computer game. I don't know. Some little online
I feel like I know what you're talking about. Wasn't it attached to Captain Crunch cereal?
I don't remember, but it was kind of like a Club Penguin type game where you're playing online with people.
I'm pretty sure it was attached to...
You might very well be right.
Captain Crunch, and it was like a little mini game, or not a mini game, but it was like it was a whole thing.
I could dress him up.
I'm sure you guys could find this somewhere.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Uh-oh. We've apprehended the suspect.
This is so fucked up.
I know.
This is so fucked up.
All just to get a shiny badge. But it's so shiny! I like how after you talk with the cops about this and stuff the first time, you have your character just face the camera like, what am I doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
This isn't even the worst thing in this game.
Oh, not by a long shot.
I mean, I'm sure I haven't even hit there yet.
I don't know. Something about just like bold-faced racism makes me very uncomfortable. I'm not racist at all. That's what everyone says, isn't it? But I have black friends, I have Spanish friends, I have Asian friends, I have friends from every culture and walk of life that you can imagine. I get along well with just about everybody unless they kick me in the dick. You know what I mean? But, screw those people. I don't care what color you are. If you kick me in the dick, you're an asshole.
It kind of reminds me of the whole, like, the Christmas thing, you know? Like, I go out shopping. I've been doing a lot of shopping lately. And you hear Merry Christmas, and I've been hearing Happy Holidays, and...
I've been waiting for somebody to say something to me about saying Happy Holidays.
I know, it's like...
I'll have an argument with you.
If
you intolerant POS.
Like, if you know for a fact, like, if it's your family or something, if they celebrate, if you know what they celebrate, then go ahead and say that. But, a general, nice, happy holidays. There's tons of holidays this month.
I really think what it boils down to is intent. If you are clearly not going to be celebrating Christmas, just walked out of temple, you know what I mean? And I walk up to you and I go, Merry Christmas. I'm just being a dick. I have no nice intention about it. If I just walk up to you and if I go through the line at the store and I check out and someone says, "Oh, Merry Christmas" to me, and maybe I don't celebrate Christmas. I do. But if I don't, you know, if someone said Happy Hanukkah to me, I wouldn't be offended.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Oh, well, thank you. You too."
Yeah.
You know, because it's the intention. They mean to be nice and say, "I hope that you have a good time. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have good festivities."
Yeah.
They're not saying "fuck you, asshole."
I know.
Guys.
Get your panties out of your ass.
Yeah. I mean,
It's kind of like those people,
they're-
have you heard them? They kind of use Merry Christmas as an expletive when you're out on the road. Like, I've actually seen this. Like, someone cut my dad off or something, and they were like, "Hey, Merry Christmas!" And it's like, in the parking lot. Yeah, and I was like, are you,
I've not heard that actually. That
Yeah,
made me
like-
laugh.
someone, like, you know,
Thanks.
looking for spots, and someone goes, "Yeah, Merry Christmas!" Like, yelling out their window, like,
Thanks, you too, sir.
some people.
Some people just want to be combative. That's all it is. And especially around the holidays, it just doesn't make any sense to want to have to butt heads with people. Like, aren't the holidays stressful enough?
Right.
Isn't worrying about your financial situations to buy gifts for your kiddies and your friends and, you know, buy everyone's love? Isn't that stressful enough? Gosh.
Right. Actually, it's been really nice this year around. You know, I haven't run into any big jerks. I mean, it's been really crowded. Like, we had a hard time finding parking spots a few times there. But everything's been really cool. I mean, we went shopping last night, and all the registers were super packed. Super packed. I was like, no!
We didn't talk about the chair last video, did we?
No.
Oh, I got a story for you guys. Continue.
Yeah. But luckily, there was one register open. There was a kind old man. He was just, you know, sweeping around in the back in the garden center, and he had a register open, although the register facing the door coming in there said it was closed. And I was like, "Are you open back here?" And he was like, "Yeah, on the other side where you can't tell." And he was like, "No problem. I know how busy and packed he is out there." I was like, "Thank you, sir." Like, oh my god, I did not want to go through those lines. You know how Walmart is.
Oh, yeah.
The people there. You don't have to worry about going to PJ's there. There's weirder people.
Guys, if you shop at Walmart and you're one of the weird ones at Walmart, I mean, we got nothing against you.
Oh no, like there's some like
No,
people
no,
going
no,
in like
no.
full fish
Yeah,
nets.
stop. I'm gonna retract that statement. If you're one of those weird people that shop at Walmart, and you know what I'm saying when I say the weird people that shop at Walmart, you're not watching this video.
Yeah.
You're not interacting with other human beings. Like, you're those people.
Microaggression.
Yeah, I'm doing a total microaggression right now. I don't know. The way I hear it best put is Target, where you pay a little more so you don't have to deal with the people at Walmart. I love it. About sums it up.
I know, my mom is totally against Walmart. She never goes. She's like, "I'll go to Target."
Oh, this could lead me on to a huge rant about anti-Walmart. Because, I mean, little rant, guys. Walmart's horrible. They'll come to your town and they'll lower their prices down enough so where they can beat all the little mom and pop stores. Because they can afford, because Walmart Incorporated can afford for a couple stores here and there to take $1 million losses. And then once they've run all the other business out of town, then they jack their prices up astronomically. And they make that money back. Now that there's no competition left, because they beat it out. You know, Walmart is the closest thing to a monopoly. I mean, there are a few of them nowadays, you know. You can look around at the corporate landscape right now and tell me there aren't monopolies going on. You're going to have to chuckle a little, you know. But that's, you know, that's a whole nother bag of worms. Yeah.
They're squirming.
Yeah. It's...
So talk about this chair, though. This lovely little story. One you'll not sit by the campfire and tell your children. This is not a heartwarming tale.
Alright, guys. Let me think where to start here.
I think we already kind of touched on this about going to all these different stores and not finding.
Yeah, we touched on it a little bit, but
recap.
it gets better. The saga continues.
Mm-hmm.
This time on Pip's life.
Full disclosure, this is gonna
Well, originally I was going to get a new computer chair because it's been years and years. I don't think I've ever bought a computer chair before. I'm sitting on an old chair someone gave me. The seat's all worn out. I'm sitting on a bolt right now. I'm sitting on a couple of my shirts that are bundled up under me.
And he works hard. He deserves one. He's like,
I
got
don't
that
like-
buyer's remorse.
I very much don't like spending money on myself. Every time I spend $60 on myself to buy a game or whatever, I instantly think, man, I could have bought food for the family, for the house.
But we're good.
I could have. Yeah, oh yeah, guys, all this is already taken care of.
It's not like he's buying a game and like, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I mean, everything else is already taken
So
care
there's
of.
no reason for him to feel bad. And I'm like, dude, it's
But I
okay to buy
still-
yourself a game. Treat yourself.
But I still go into panic mode when I spend money on myself because I just think, oh, it's money I could have spent on my kid or on Bulma or on anything else. I'm useless. I don't deserve nice things.
No.
So I decided finally that I was going to get a computer chair for myself this year because a friend of mine had one and I sat on hers while we were watching
Oh, yeah.
Game of Thrones at her house and I was like, oh, I'm sold. I'm getting one of these.
Mm-hmm.
And so we go to Best Buy, and they don't have any at Best Buy. We're going to give the quick one on this one, because we've already heard this in another
Went
video.
to two different Best Buys.
I went to two different Best Buys. They didn't have it at either one, even though one of the Best Buys had it there a week previously.
We're not crazy.
We're not crazy. And so I'm kind of on the edge already, of like, this is all this Christmas shopping, and things are getting hectic, and And so we go to Office Depot, and they only have overpriced $350 office chairs that are not what I'm looking for because I have a bad back and I want some support.
Yeah, if you're gonna get
lovely
a chair,
support.
you want something comfy. I mean, that's what you're gonna be sitting in.
Oh, lovely support. I'm an ADC main in League of Legends, guys. I need support. You know what I mean? And that's not just for the purposes of the joke either. I really am an ADC main in League of Legends.
Bravo.
Yeah, there you go. Tying it in. But, so I finally crack and I decide that after I can't find a damn computer chair anywhere in real life, I do 3.5 hours worth of research on a good computer chair online, and I order it. I spend $180 on this damn chair, and it's on sale, and it's looking really good, and I'm super pumped, and it gets here yesterday, and the fucking casing is broken. My chair is broken. Right out of the box. Looks like a gorilla handled my package.
Well, that's not something you want to see when you get a new package.
Instantly went from 1 to 100. I'm so ready for Christmas to be over now. Up until the moment I saw the broken chair, I was so hyped. Christmas shopping went great this year. I got gifts for everybody. I normally sit here and feel like, oh, I hope everyone will like what I got them, and I worry about it. Now I'm sitting here thinking, I got this. It's on lock. You know what I mean? And then that. And it wasn't just the fact that the chair's broken. That's a whatever, guys. That happens. I can send it back. And when I go to send it back, they tell me that they're not going to send me a new one. They're going to give me a refund, and then I have to buy the chair again.
Yeah, the chair wasn't available for replacement.
The chair that they only had 4 of left online that was on sale. That, is just, I'm not going to be able to get it again, essentially. For me. But it's the fact that I did all this driving around for like days to go to all these places because traffic is just abysmal, because everyone's doing the same thing. And they didn't have it in any of the real places, and I finally caved, and I did hours of research to find a good damn chair that wasn't just going to break within 6 months, or just be a cheap POS, a bargain buy. I don't want a bargain buy, damn it. I want a good chair.
Yeah.
But I don't want to pay $400 for some DTX racer BS. I don't want to pay for a name. I want to pay for a good chair. And then it's broken. And now, you know, I'm not going to be able to get it to the UPS store until after Christmas. And so I won't even get my money back. Just $180 floating around in space right now until after Christmas, which is fine. You know, guys, I can afford it. It's fine. I could just buy another chair right now, but I'll be damned if I get screwed and just have $180 disappear. You know.
Yeah.
No. I'm going to wait until I get my money back and then buy another chair. Maybe another brand. You know what I mean? Because that's what happens. Damn it. Which bums me out. Because like I said, did a lot of research and this seemed like the best bang for my buck.
Yeah. It's...
Now, I don't know whether to be pissed off at Amazon for their bad shipping or the people for their bad packaging. I don't know.
It certainly was a bummer to behold.
Well, alright, there's my gripe out of the way, guys. It's not even that big of a deal. It's just it's the straw that broke the camel's back, you know what I mean? and now I'm just ready for Christmas to be done and over with. So I can order my thing and it'll actually be here in 2 days instead of having to wait a week. And then if this happens again, I'll be able to get good customer service because all their lines won't be clogged with everyone calling. Christmas. You know, guys, this is why Thanksgiving is just far superior.
Oh, yeah.
It's the exact same premise, okay? You know, you spend time with your family and you be thankful for what you have. It's the same premise. Only Thanksgiving isn't marketed to holy hell and back. You don't have to buy your family's love on Thanksgiving unless you include the turkey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm not saying that, you know, you have to buy your family's love, guys. But I am saying that go ahead and give your kids some socks for Christmas. and just watch the faces. Watch the faces throughout the rest of the day. Watch that stone cold resentment every time you turn your face towards them. I mean, that's not the way it's supposed to be, but that's the reality. You know, there's the way that things should be, and then there's the reality of things. They're usually different.
Well, this I heard earlier this morning, and I don't know if you've heard about it. Probably not. Mark Hamill has an alien cameo in The Last Jedi.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that. That's cool.
If you look in the credits at the end, Mark Hamill is also credited for playing, it says Dobu Skay, and they haven't said who he is. He's not going to release what it is. He just wanted to play a part where he got to be all CGI'd up. I don't know.
That's cool.
Yeah, so he did say that it is in the casino scene. Somewhere in there, someone,
okay.
Once this comes out,
Yeah.
someone look for it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely keeping my eye on this.
You know what's sad, guys, is as much as I didn't really like the movie, I'll probably get it on DVD just to add it to the collection.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We have the original 3. I think we have 1, 2, and 3 on DVD.
Need to get somewhere.
You know, we got them cheap. Don't get me wrong. I didn't pay top dollar for them, but you know, even though it's not as good as I wanted it to be, I think it'll still probably be added to the collection. Just because, you know, Star Wars got a Star Wars.
Yeah.
Although those porgs can go to hell.
Well, there's 2 possible suspects people have narrowed it down to so far that he could have possibly played. I guess an alien that was in charge of the stable hands, or an alien who mistaked BB-8 for a slot machine.
I kind of highly doubt it would be one of those.
Yeah.
Just because those got a lot of screen time.
Yeah, someone said that.
And I want to say that Mark Hamill's CGI cameo would be just that little cameo. Something where he was in the back.
Yeah, that's what I felt too. Apparently, I'd have to watch the movie again, but someone said that the thing that messed with BB-8
He's
had a
short.
little laugh that was similar to Mark Hamill's Joker.
The thing that messed with BB-8 was a little small thing, though.
Yeah, and I
like
feel
an
like
Ewok-looking thing.
Yeah, and I
But
don't
they're
think
not size.
Yeah, so I don't really go. I'm not really buying those ones, but I'm still
Yeah.
gonna keep my ear out for that because that's hilarious. That
Yeah, it's pretty good.
he kind of hid himself in the movie. It's like
Good for you, Mark.
I actually
Gotta
saw.
get some positiveness out of it.
I actually saw in the comments on this article someone said Mark Hamill played 2 roles in The Last Jedi, and neither of them were Luke Skywalker.
Burn.
So,
Yeah, we won't go too much into it in case you didn't watch the video. The Star Wars review that we put out. You know, or just in case you haven't seen the movie. It doesn't really matter if you haven't seen our review or not. But,
okay.
Okay. Good movie. Good movie if you're not a huge Star Wars fan. If you're a super fan, you may find yourself a little disappointed. Okay. That's great. Okay.
These little identifying yourself bits are.
I mean, I don't know. I never really got into the whole gender politics thing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get into it here either. It's you do you, guys. You do you.
Yeah, it's just something that's popular right now, so I can see why it's included in the game.
Well, see, you're edging me closer to talking about it. You're doing it. You're gonna get so many dislikes.
Okay, well, I'll
All
lead
the-
you
all the-
into.
All the SJWs are gonna hear about it somehow, and then they're gonna flock here and just mass dislike the video. Did you hear what they said?
You want to hear about this?
They said that little girl was cisgendered. Get him! It's gonna be like the rednecks we're gonna see in a minute.
Well, watch out, you gamers out there, because video game addiction has been classified as a mental disorder now.
Wait, say that again?
Video game addiction is a mental disorder now. It is described as an impulse control disorder, which does not involve use of an intoxicating drug and is very similar to pathological gambling. Video game addiction has also been referred to as video game overuse, pathological or compulsive excessive use of computer games and/or video games. And to be considered having this disorder, the effects have to have gone on for a year where you are just constantly playing games, not getting sleep, or sustenance when needed, it's said. And I'm just like, what crackpot came up with this?
Guys, if you're one of those people that thinks that there's a disorder for everything, there's not.
They actually
There's
said
not.
that there's
I'm
one.
sorry.
It's
There
called.
definitely are for some things, but
There's a disorder for taking too many selfies. It's called selfits. I think we've gone too far, folks.
guys, this might be a little controversial here, okay? In my time in the public schooling, it was very popular when I was a kid for teachers, not doctors, mind you, fucking teachers, to diagnose kids with ADD.
Oh yeah, that happened to my dad back in the day, back
Oh,
in like the 80s or 70s.
This has been a thing since the 50s, okay? Like,
My dad would be drumming on his desk because he liked drums. He liked
no,
rock
this-
music,
this-
and they're
this
like,
has
he
been
has ADD.
let me rephrase that. This has been a thing since the 70s, 80s. I think some of it started in the 70s or 80s.
Yeah, that's when my dad was
Where-
in school. Yeah.
You know, no big conspiracy theory here. Just
Now go tell everyone you cut yourself manscaping.
guys, we're gonna get off topic here, so I'm just gonna right back onto it. It's been a thing when I'm just gonna speak from personal experience. When I was growing up in school, one of my teachers told my mom that I had ADD, and I'm here to tell you, I don't have ADD. I don't. I can pay attention just fine. I get a little scatterbrained here and there, but I think that's more due to other things in my life other than ADD. Okay. Okay.
I know, it's like every kid has to have a problem or need to take these pills.
Well, my mom came and talked to me about it. She said, "Hannah, this teacher told me that she thinks you have ADD," and I remember sitting in my room and crying about it, thinking that there was something wrong with me. And, that I couldn't help, I couldn't control. I was just me. I was just little Pip. And you know what? That's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's just because I was a kid and I had energy. Gasp! Kids have more energy than an adult.
I don't see how people don't get that.
I mean, it's insane. And if my mom would have been stupid enough to believe her, I would have been another kid in the system who got doped up to their eyeballs, stuck on a bunch of Ritalin, and, guys, tell me if this even makes sense. Your kid has too much energy, we're going to give them speed so that they burn themselves out, basically, and have no energy left.
Oh.
Yeah, it's crazy. If you're listening to this and you have a child who happens to be a little hyperactive, they don't have ADD. Now, I'm not saying that ADD isn't a thing. There definitely is. There are people who just bounce off of the freaking walls, have no attention span. But I mean, if your kid's 4 years old and has no attention span, if your kid's 5 years old, 6 years old, 7, 8, 9, they're being a kid. They're being a kid. It's perfectly normal. Crazy. It's crazy, this idea that we just want to dope up our kids until they're manageable. Well, how about this, guys? You rise to the occasion. How about you get the extra... Start working out and exercising so you can have more energy to keep up with your kid. I had my kid young, so this wasn't a thing for me. I had the energy to keep up, My dad was like 45 when I was born. He thought he had escaped children when I was born, you know what I mean? And, he rose to the occasion. He started exercising and working out and rose to our level, and, I had a great childhood, I'm sorry if you didn't. That sucks. I hate hearing that. I'm getting so off topic here.
That actually made me think of when
we like kids. We like kids a lot.
I love kids.
Yes.
When I was 12, actually, though, my dad was dating this lady, and he'd come over. She had a kid, 2 kids, maybe like 4 and 8 or something. So they're a little younger than me, but I didn't mind hanging out with the kids. And I'd hang out with my little sister was there too. She was probably about 8 as well, and she'd be a little more hyper. And my dad's girlfriend thought, well, I'll buy her little 6-packs of Coca-Cola,
God.
And she
Don't do that either,
told
guys.
me...
It's the same thing as giving your kids drugs.
She put them in the fridge and told me, these are for your little sister, these are for her when she gets hyper, just give her a Coke. These are for her, don't drink them though. Yeah, really. She really said that. Give her a Coke if she starts getting hyper.
What?
Yes, give her some more caffeine. Yes.
Guys, I'm just throwing this out there. My mom was a bit of an extremist, okay? She's a bit on the hippie side. This isn't to say I wasn't vaccinated or anything. Don't be that crazy, okay?
Yeah.
But I didn't have any sugar until I was like 9 years old. You dig it? So, you shouldn't be giving your kids Cokes and... Jeez, guys. The amount of chemicals and caffeine and sugar. Guys, go ahead and look at how much sugar they put into an average, fruit drink. Not even a soda.
Oh, yeah, like wine punch.
It says 250 grams of sugar.
2% juice.
Do you know how much 250 grams of sugar is? Go ahead and pour that much into a cup. You will be blown away. I'm sure you guys have made Kool-Aid before at some point, right? Have you ever made it without you don't have to add sugar? packs, you have to put in a lot of sugar before
Yeah.
those things start tasting even kind of good.
And that's when you heard it.
It's
Drink
gross.
down the hallway.
It's gross. And more goes into those sodas. So to think that you're giving this to a kid who's never had any kind of chemical like this before, because this is what it is. Sugar's a chemical. You know, everything's chemicals. You know, you're made up of chemicals. It's almost cruel. You know.
Check out my new assassin powers.
This has been How to Raise Your Children with Pip and Bulma.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
While I slice these guys up.
Yeah. Now, you know, if you want to be a real good parent, don't fuck his mom. You know, bad shit happens apparently.
But it turns you into a superhero.
Well, yeah. But
Gives you that tragic backstory, so that you are troubled and you have mysteriousness about you, and that also dark brooding side, kind of like Batman.
well, guys,
Bat Bulma.
I guess you heard it here. Keep humping away, I guess.
If you want to be a good
Yeah, if you want
superhero.
to be a good parent, give your kids superheroes. Keep banging their mom. Or keep getting banged by their dad, I guess. If you know. If you don't have a penis. If you don't have a penis.
Oh, you remember? I think I've asked. Have you remember playing the penis game back in school?
What?
The penis game.
Oh my god, I'm so scared. What is the penis game?
It's where like we'd sit at the lunch table in middle school,
Oh god.
and one person just goes normal speaking voice, just says penis, and the next person has to say it a little bit louder. In the game, the point is to see who can yell out penis the loudest.
Oh.
So you know, just keep going penis, penis, and then we're just shouting it at the lunch table. Just kind of see who's got the biggest balls.
Looked like it was your dad. When he fucked your mom.
Anime reaction.
Ah. Speed racer reaction.
Oh!
Oh!
It is you, the one who fucked my mom.
Ah.
Oh shit, Speed Racer.
Oh, Speed Racer. I mean, I don't know about y'all. I remember watching that shit when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like it was still on the TV, you know. What was it? What was his brother's name? The guy with the mask.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, his brother died in a tragic car accident, but some guy who drives his brother's car looks just like him with a mask. But it's totally not his brother.
I have no idea.
Except it totally is. Huh?
Oh.
Huh? Oh yeah, man, that shit was so good. that was like the Evil Dead movies made into an anime. You know, like just B movie in all its glory. It's like a B anime.
Anime.
Well, I mean, it's hard to find it now. I think you could make that argument.
So I saw that there's a new Adventure Time open world game that's coming out next year. It'll be on game console and PC, so you know, PlayStation 4, Windows, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox One.
An open world.
It looks kind of neat. Like,
An open world Adventure Time.
I'm digging the graphics.
Does that that cell shaded? Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Looks like some. We're just looking at a screenshot right now. Looks like a cell shaded kind of Borderlands 2 thing going on.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say that kind of style, or
Yeah,
Kinda
to
like
give you an example of
Xenoverse.
cell shaded.
yeah, like Xenoverse, or
The Wolf Within, the Walking Dead Telltale games.
yeah,
All the Telltale. That's all cell shaded.
looks pretty neat.
I like the idea of an open world Adventure Time game. The whole reason I really liked Adventure Time to begin with was just it was a simple idea. A little boy and his dog go on amazing adventures in this crazy land. That's awesome. That's all you need. If that's all the game is, that's all you need.
Yeah, it's called Pirates of the Enchiridion.
Oh.
And I like that I had a DS game back in the day for Adventure Time. And I don't know, I like the DS, but I think I just like the controllers and, you know, playing on the PC or the consoles better. I don't know.
Well, you see, the sad reality of these things is that the game sounds good in theory, but game publishers have done generally a terrible job at making like games out of shows
Yeah.
or movies. You know, think movie tie-in games, guys. When's the last good one you played? It's kind of the same thing with like show tie-in games. So I mean, it'll do one of two things. It either won't be very good with not a whole lot of effort put into it, or it'll be chock full of microtransactions to make it profitable.
No.
And it might be good to justify the microtransactions, or it might just be shit with microtransactions. I mean, you know, this isn't to say that we have the scoop and there will be microtransactions. I just have a feeling. Yeah.
You know, actually it said Adventure Time returned for a 10th season in September. Jeez.
Uh-oh.
But the series will end next year. Which, I mean, I haven't been watching it since Flame Princess.
Listen, guys, whether we've been watching it or not, an end to a series is always good. It's always a good thing. I want you to think of this. How many shows have you watched where the last season will happen and they'll end it on a cliffhanger and then the show gets canceled and it never goes anywhere?
Yep. We waited so long for Samurai Jack.
Oh. I still haven't finished Samurai Jack. Man, we need to.
Yeah, what are we doing?
We're still, we have like 2 episodes to go.
Yeah.
We need to sit down and watch it. But,
I have to start over.
yeah, totally.
Even though I remember, but it was so good.
Yeah, if you guys haven't watched it, from what we've seen, it was amazing.
Alright.
Like, Samurai Jack was kind of kid-friendly, you know? This is definitely like, they are aware that the audience has aged, and they marketed this towards the aged audience. Yeah, and it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazeballs.
God, and it was so creepy at some parts. God, they did a beautiful job with it.
Yes, they did.
Like, I was so hyped and felt so fulfilled.
Yeah, yeah. That's Samurai Jack is a perfect example of when it lives up to the hype. That definitely lived up to the hype. If you
Oh no, they took the kids!
If you disagree with us, shoot us a comment. We'd love to discuss why. Because, I mean, small spoilers for the first episode, okay? Or maybe the first 2, alright? Small spoiler. Probably won't throw a thing up on the screen right now. You're just gonna have to listen. Gonna have to listen for it this time.
Keep you on your toes.
Keep you on your toes. That part where, there's a part where it's this very quiet scene, and he's sitting there, and he hears like a burning city in the distance, and he just kind of ignores it, you know, because Samurai Jack's been on his own for a long time now, and nothing's changed, and he's just kind of given up hope of getting back to the past, and of helping people, you know, what's the point? And he's sitting there, and he's like splashing water on his face, and it's so quiet, you know. Samurai Jack had these excellent, was known for its just...
They knew what they were doing.
They did. They knew what they were doing. They knew how to let moments speak for themselves instead of having to force it down your throat and let you know how you should be feeling. He's sitting there splashing water on his face, and a single leaf falls out of a tree and lands in the water and like starts floating down the stream. And he like flashes, it flashes, and it's like his dad, and he's floating down the stream like, "Son, why didn't you help me? Why didn't you stop them? Like, what are you doing? Why didn't you stop a coup?" And Samurai Jack's like, "No, father, like, I did everything I could." And he sees another leaf drop down, and there's no sound in the background. Like, it's just the audio, them talking. No sound. Like, you could hear a pin drop in the back. And another leaf, you know, you hear the leaf snap off the limb and fall down and hit the water real gently and start floating down the stream. and it's his mom, and she's floating down the river, and she's like, "Son, why didn't you help us? Why didn't you come back?"
Oh.
And then he's like on the verge of tears. It's so like it's gut wrenching.
Yeah.
And
I'm getting goosebumps. Just
me too.
About it.
And then just all the leaves out of the tree fall into the water, and it's just this stream filled with bodies floating down the river. It is absolutely horrifying imagery.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so powerful. And the show just gets better from there.
Yeah.
Wow.
The way they the illustrate, like, not the illustration, the animation,
it's powerful.
It's like it's cinematic, like it's
absolutely cinematic.
Beautiful.
It's
like
something that you would see
something
you would see in a huge budget movie. Like that type of imagery. It was
like with the snow. There's a scene with the snow. I won't get into it a lot, but just like everything is all white, and you just see them passing through the shadow outlines of like the trees.
You know what, guys? Look into the future for maybe a Samurai Jack review, because just talking about it like this makes me realize that we need to talk about this more. This was a masterpiece. Oh.
Goddamn.
Oh man, if you guys haven't watched it, if this doesn't convince you, we highly recommend. It's great. It's great.
I love when the show comes up.
Yeah. We'll look into that. We'll look into seeing like maybe some like episode by episode reviews of it, because there's definitely enough to talk about in each episode. We would be doing the show a huge injustice right now if we just talked about a few scenes right now, here and there, over the course of what we've seen. Huge injustice to it. Oh, man, who made that again? Gandhi Tartakovsky or something like that?
Yes.
Genji Tartakovsky? I'm going to be completely wrong right now. It's going to be like John Dillon.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you were right.
What is it? Gendy Tartakovsky. All right. Man, rock on brain. ADD, don't fail me now, right? Wah, 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 wah.
Okay, so, not surprising, EA is missing its projected sales after the loot box controversy with Battlefront 2.
Good.
And Wall Street's taken a notice.
Good.
They reduced its price target and profit forecast for EA's shares.
Ooh.
Despite EA telling investors, just last month that pooling microtransactions won't affect earnings.
Yep.
But then they come out and say,
well, listen.
Negative reaction to the loot box has affected sales. Like they were like, oh
yeah. I was just about to say, it wasn't the fact that the loot boxes got pulled that's hurting their sales. It's all the bad PR that led up to it.
Yeah.
I've talked to so many people who they either haven't heard about the controversy at all and thus are not worried about Star Wars.
Yeah.
They don't care. They're not going to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gamers. Or if they are gamers, they're casual gamers and they play their 1 or 2 titles a year or every other year.
Yeah. Like I know some people who just play like the wrestling games.
Yeah, we've talked about my friend's mom who just buys Zelda games.
Yeah.
That's just her thing. I know some people are like that. As a matter of fact, I think the mass majority of people are like that. Not everyone goes out and buys every title as soon as it releases. That's me over the EA loot box controversy. I grow stronger.
I would scroll through PS4, like PlayStation's Twitter, and they're posting their promotions for Battlefront 2. They're trying, they want to get that out, but I look through the comments and people are just like, no.
Oh yeah, I've talked to a lot of people that either don't know about it or they know about it and they're not buying the game.
One of Damha's friends has the game and was saying, it's been fine. I haven't had to pay for anything. Well, the microtransactions were, I don't know if they've been turned off. They were off.
No, it's been turned off since the game released.
Yeah, so that's why.
So Damha had a friend who said, well, I haven't had to pay for anything in the game because you can't.
Yeah.
But what you're left with is a broken progression system.
Oh.
I don't know. The game. Good. EA got what they deserve on this one.
Yeah, I think they actually brought down their projected, like what they expect to get next year. I think they had it at
Well, guys, right
14
now,
million, 14,
well,
whatever,
guys, right
now it's
now
11.
they have a new game on the horizon, Anthem. Looks pretty cool, honestly.
I have not
like
heard of this.
you got these big like mech suits, and you have this big open world to explore. And EA's developing it, and you know it's probably gonna be chock full of loot boxes.
So it's Titanfall.
It kind of looked like mech suits in the way that like Alien 2 had mech suits. You know,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
a body extension of a mech suit, not like a giant mech robot.
Yeah. Okay.
But think more like Destiny kind of in looks. You know what I mean? But it was like a third person, like over the shoulder, you know, behind the back view. Looks cool. Okay, looks cool, and I would be hyped for it. Except EA owns it. EA's in charge of it, and after this, like we all know what to expect from EA, and I'm not hyped for it. It's probably going to be a flop because it's how a lot of people feel. You know what I mean? And this is all like development issues aside, and you know the actual game aside. This is just the company. Like,
I just don't want any part of those practices.
I
I'm not really much of a gambler. Sorry, EA.
don't know. I have an addictive personality. It's just what it is. You know.
I don't, and see, like,
And
I don't mind
I don't
loot
appreciate
boxes.
I don't appreciate having to suppress that part of myself just to play a game and enjoy myself. Like when I play Overwatch, it's not like bad, it doesn't hurt me. I'm not like, oh, I gotta resist the urge to buy these damned loot boxes. But every time I open up a loot box
You get a spray.
and I get a bunch
Duplicate.
of sprays and duplicates, the thought crosses my mind, especially during an event, that, man, I really want that skin. I don't want to miss it again this year. Maybe I should just shell out $5 and maybe I'll get it. Which is exactly what the company wants you to do.
And just think how hard
It's that
gonna be.
exact psychological manipulation that they count on.
Like
And
they
here's
put
the
in
thing.
the old costumes from the year before, and then the new ones. It's
Uh-huh.
like, how are you gonna get what you want?
Oh no, I mean,
You gonna pay for it?
and maybe they're changing it now. I think I read something about them looking into changing it, or they're going to change it to where you can't get duplicates anymore, duplicate skins. Which I mean,
Double the sprays.
why
Just
is
kidding.
that a thing to begin with? You know, it's not very consumer friendly.
It's just
I'm not gonna complain again about this. It's,
Wah,
I don't
wah.
appreciate it. I just don't appreciate it. Because they know what they're doing. It's not like, oh gosh, you know, we just want to give you the choice. It's not about choice, guys. It's designed in a way to milk that part of your brain that wants it. You know what I mean? That's what these games are designed to do, and it's sad. But whatever. Moving around, we're gonna move away from it before we end the video here, so we don't end on that shitty note again.
Well,
Boy. Well, guys, we're looking forward to the 200 subscriber giveaway. Honestly,
me too.
I kind of want to just do a giveaway now.
I know.
You
me
know what I
too.
mean? We want to do a little Christmas giveaway, but we figure we should probably just wait for the 200 mark and
And
then
then we
do
can also
something
be like a nip.
special.
It's like a celebration.
Yeah, kind of a double celebration thing. Give back to you guys for giving us your time and your clicks and your likes. We appreciate it.
I know. It's weird knowing that. I mean, I've had some of you guys, you know, I get feedback, and it's just amazing to think, like, wow, there's people that want to listen. And I don't know, I never thought that we'd get to this part.
I didn't either.
No.
And it's a joy, and you guys have made it a joy. And we definitely want to show you our appreciation, because it means a lot.
It does.
I know, okay, no more sappy crap. We actually hate you all, and we have nothing but contempt for you.
Happy holidays,
Right?
you jerks.
That's what everyone else likes on the internet, right? When people treat them badly,
Yeah.
call them swine.
It's not dirty to you. Wait. That's a different service.
That is a different service. You need to hop on Patreon.
Yeah,
for
that's
that.
for the Patreon users.
We don't have a Patreon yet, guys. There's no such thing as dirty talking Patreon.
Well, I mean it's up, but if you want a little message from Pip here, you know. Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
I see you subbed.
Shit, I'll send you guys that for free. What's up? Just send me a comment. Send me a comment. I'll send you a JPEG.
Yeah, we'll have Christmas cards.
Hello, baby.
Oh no. Was that Scooby Doo?
That was Scooby Doo. Hello, baby.
I remember.
I can do my best Rick voice, you pieces of shit! Merry Christmas!
Merry Rickmas.
Merry Rickmas! It's been a while. I don't really know how to do it anymore, but there it is. You little pieces of shit.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
But thanks again for joining us, guys. We're just rambling right now to fill time. Sad. It's sad. It's probably transparent as hell. You're just sitting there listening like, the hell. Already exited this video 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Fuck these guys.
Fuck these guys.
But then you miss out on Krillin. We're gonna go train at Master Roshi's after this.
Oh,
Go look for the Dragon Balls.
Krillin, you little piece of shit! Get out of here, bring Bulma back!
Oh, shit. Well, thanks for sticking around, you guys, if you did.
Looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow.
Daily uploads on the Daily Brief.
Oh, sugar, sugar, da 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 da, do, da do, da, do, do, da, bam, bam, bam.
Exit theme.
Exit theme song. Oh yeah.
I don't know. Oh, erase it.